Hi there, welcome to our 10-minute wet set style. My name is Melissa Sines and I will be instructing you today. Whether you are styling your own hair or a wig, and let me start by saying I'm only going to call it a wig one time because I feel like technology has changed tremendously since we have called them wigs, so we're going to call it hair alternative because I think it just sounds better. Anyway, so the rules are pretty much the same. I want you to start with wet hair. You need a tail comb and you need some little clips, okay? And I like to use setting spray. I'm using an organic one by Nesta. I like it. It's doesn't have a lot of chemicals in it. Especially for wig people, you don't want to use stuff that's not water soluble because the product will stick to your hair. And if you've ever had those little balls of product stick to your hair, that's from it not being water soluble. And a little trick to get it off, if you put a little bit of baking soda in your shampoo and kind of put it through your ends, even a hair that's damaged from coloring will also get this effect. Let it sit on there a couple minutes, shampoo it off, and you're ready to go. Okay, so I want everybody to start by parting their hair where they want it. And I'm going to give a couple little hair alternative tips really quickly here. I like to have my clients mark their head. And those of you that are wearing a hair alternative, I recommend that you style your hair on head. You know, it's the one advantage you have over us hair people. So I say take advantage of it. It's a lot easier to work down here than it is to work up here. So I like to mark around my head with a pen. And then you want to at least go all the way to around the side where your ears are. This way, every time you put it on the head, it's going to be in the exact same place. And then once you have your parting in here, all you have to do is mark right part. And if you do a left part or a middle part, I recommend that you mark them all because you'll think you're putting it on the right side, and because you're looking at the mannequin from the other direction, it's going to be off. And you'll have it on the left side. So I always mark that. And one more quick trick. I put saran wrap around my stand and it stops the head from moving around a lot. Okay, we are ready to get started. So everybody from your part line, we are going to take a little triangle section and it's probably going to come right about maybe the end of your eyebrow about up, and we're going to direct it, you know, that triangle to the end of our part, okay? And our part is about 2.5 inches. I'm going to move this up so everybody can see what I am doing here. Let me grab my spray. So I have, here's my part line, and here's my direction, and it's about the edge of the eye. And we are going to direct this hair up because we want to get some lift right there. Okay, I'm going to take my spray gel. I'm going to spray from the mid shaft to the ends. Hair alternative people, I recommend, you know, mid shaft end. I don't recommend that you do the base because if you have a knotted piece, you're going to dry those knots out, or if you have a silicone piece, you're going to dry out that silicone, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to tuck these ends in. We're going to roll it down. I find it doesn't have to be perfect, but you just want to make sure all your ends are in there. And I'm going to pin it towards the bottom of my section there. And since this is our right side and our part is, there's more hair over there, we're only going to do one lifted curl and the other one, the one next to it. And now I'm taking about another inch section, kind of going up or a little bit across. Spray that, and I'm going to direct this one going back. This is just a pin curl, a flat pin curl. I'm going to pin that on. I'm going to pin it where the little hairs come in. Lift this up a little. Ooh, what's going on here? Okay, and I'm going to do one more pin curl. You could pull this hair back too if you're in a hurry and you don't want to do all the pin curls. You don't have to. And this one I'm going to go forward. You can always make sure you tuck in that pin, that curl, and the little tail of it. And that side's done. Now we're going to go over to here. Again, we're going to take a triangle section coming from that center, a little pie section here. The back base is about an inch, inch and a half, just to kind of give you an idea. Actually, yes. Oop, just lost it. The tighter the pin curl, the curlier it's going to be, obviously. Now, because on this side I was talking about that side, our part was more towards our left, we're going to do one more triangle and we're going to continue with a little bit of lift on it because we don't want it to get a little flat spot in the front. Decided to go back to some wet setting. You know, we're trying to save the integrity of our hair, especially if you like to wear it long, and especially if you are a hair alternative wearer. You want this hair to last as long as it can, and it doesn't have any more nutrients. Also, the hair has been processed, so part of that cuticle is removed, so the hair just can't withstand a lot of heat and a lot of damage. Now we're going to do our little flat ones on this side. So I did the same thing. I did one going back. The next one I'm going to do going forward. I always recommend that you do this overnight, unless you are doing your normal hair and you want to do this in the morning, and just let it set while you clean house and do everything else that you have to do during the day. We are one pin shy. Okay, now we have that. Now I want to continue to have a little bit of lift up here, so I'm going to go ahead and put one curl back there. If you like it a little bit flatter, you can eliminate this one and just go to the next step. And again, I'm pulling all that hair straight up. I'm going to look from the side how that side view is. All that hair is kind of coming straight up. And again, I'm going to spray it. And you could also use big rollers if you want. I just like this because you don't have to have rollers if you don't want them. Okay, this doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to get a little bit of lift up there. Okay, now this is the easy part. I'm going to back up so you can really see what I'm doing. If I do it too close, you can't see it. So, also I want to mention, this is about a good wave for this effect in the back. If you don't have a lot of curl in your hair, then you may want to do pin curls all over the place. But because This hair's got a little bit of wave. You don't have to have curly hair. As long as your hair would air dry with a tiny bit of wave, this effect will work. Okay, I'm going to spray again. Grab one of my ponies. Tuck it. Then you want to kind of take these little ends, comb them, and let them curl in because we want them to have a little bit of a wave to them. This technique works really good too if you have long hair and you just want to put ponies on your head, and then when it air dries at the end of the day, you go back and you could just use the curling iron to touch up the top that didn't turn out good. So again, I want to comb my hair down. Again, this is ideal to let it air dry overnight. If you don't have the time to let it air dry overnight and you're doing it during the day, you could sit underneath one of those dryers. A big trick is though, if you're going to take these ponies out early and it's still damp where those ponytails were at, you want to make sure that you let it dry the rest of the way on its own. So pull them out and just let it air dry, and don't do a lot of playing around with it because that's what makes hair get frizzy and then you lose the little bit of wave that we just created from these. So again, I will comb these ends and let them kind of do their thing, and they're going to air dry like that. So that is it. We're going to let it dry overnight, and I will be back tomorrow to show you how it looks. Hi, we're back, and I have let our lady dry overnight, and I'm going to take down her style and show you how it looks. Start with the back. Again, if these are a little bit wet, ours are not, but if they are a little bit wet, let them just dry the rest of the way, and then you can go back and kind of mess with them. But you can see we just get kind of like a natural beachy wave. And we're going to take down our pin curl up here. It's going to blend into there. Okay, we're going to turn her around. Take down our pin curls. It's a little weird when I can't have a mirror in front of me. So the more you brush it, the more you're going to tame it down. And you have one look at that. You should see just a nice, easy style done in 10 minutes. I just realized that when I ended it, you couldn't really see because I took it out far away. So I just wanted you to see up close how good the pieces turned out. This is a front view of it, and the more you brush it, the flatter it's going to be. And then here is our back, and it just has a nice, soft, natural, kind of that beachy wave to it. Hope this helps, and we have plenty more for you to watch. We'll be adding new ones all the time, so keep checking us out.